Welcome to the interview. My name is Lydia, and I'm the assistant to Mr. Casey. And before we start this interview, I'd like to let you know that I'm recording it so that I can send it to the director and the rest of the team for quality purposes. Is that okay with you?
Sure, that is fine. Yes.
Thank you. So what's your name?
My name is Hernetha Wheelan. I'm going to spell my first name and last name. First name is spelled Harnetha. Middle initial M as in Mary. Last name Wheelan, Wheelan.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
What's your date of birth?
1 January 20th, 1954.
Where do you live?
I live the state and city, Newcastle, Delaware.
Thank you. Do you own transportation?
Yes.
Do you have any certifications that we should know about?
Repeat that.
Do you have any certifications that we should know about?
You mean as far as like physical stuff?
Certifications.
Vacation? Now you're breaking up just a little bit. Are you talking about in my shots and stuff? Is that what you're talking about? I had a TB shot done in 2016. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's not right.
Hold on.
2017.
Read your message. Read your message.
Read my message?
Yes.
Okay. I don't want to. What did you say? Okay. It says that I'm speaking. Okay. Did you send me an email?
No, I sent you a message here on Zoom. Do you have any certifications that you should know about?
Okay, no, I didn't get that email. And my phone was off yesterday. Okay, no. I had some physical limitations. Go ahead.
Do you have any certifications that you should know about?
Oh, certifications?
Yes.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, not really. I have the medical background. As far as going to medical school for like a CNA, no.
Okay.
I went to school for a physician's assistant, but I've been taking care of family and friends for like the last 40 years.
Okay, so what's availability?
My availability, right now I'm not working anywhere, and so I'm home. When I had talked to Mr. KC, I had said 9 o'clock in the morning. That's not feasible if I'm working with a senior. So he told me that some hours will be 2 hours and some will be 4 during the day, depending on what the hours are. And when I called the other day, I was just letting him know that in case I had a doctor's appointment, I just wanted to see what the time was in case I had to reschedule. That's all.
Okay. How soon can you start?
How soon can I start?
Yeah.
What's this week? Probably a week from, where's my calendar? Today is the 6th. I have an appointment 2 appointments next week. The week of, I'll tell you. Do you want this to start in the middle of the week, or I'm cleaning up and getting rid of stuff. My room is a mess. Of course, when I need my calendar, I can't find it. It won't be next week. It will be the week after. So that will be the week of, hello?
I'm listening.
Oh, okay. The week of, a week from Monday coming. So the days the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. So 9, the week 17th? Of the 17th? Okay. Yes.
And when was the last fingerprint with the SBI?
The last fingerprint I've done, that was probably about 8 months ago with Troop 2 in Newark, Delaware.
Okay. Can you pass a drug test?
Yes.
Can you pass a physical examination?
Yes.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Now, I do have some limitations, I must say.
Okay. And how
And that
did you
would be,
hear about this position?
I saw it on Facebook. When I was looking for a job, it just popped up. I said, okay. So all you can do is try.
Great. What do you know about reliable aid?
What? Say that again, please.
What do you know about the company?
What I've read, and I've looked it up, and it seems very reliable. And I know that it's home based out of Jefferson Farms here in Newcastle, and it's right across the highway from me. I live right the opposite way on DuPont Highway. So I'm an independent contractor.
Okay. And why do you want this job?
Well, because you know what, I was really working in an office job for the state twice, and I'm not really an office person. The job was easy, but I'm at my best because I'm very sociable. I don't, I like when I'm working with clients. I worked on Alzheimer's and dementia patient unit, and I'm one who, when you go to work, you don't be talking about your personal business. You're there to take care of that client and that that person, because they're people too, because that could be my family members, and it's been that way for me, taking care of them. But I think you just need good people who are caring and and compassionate, and who has the patient, because one day I might be 70 or 80. You don't have to be that age not to not to have a job. So I don't want to be sitting home. That's why I'm getting my house cleaned up, because my daughter and son-in-law, my two grandkids, moved out, and that's time I'm trying to get this done. So, but I'm available. I think I have good qualities, and I'm just a caring person. That's just my personality.
Great.
My family could tell you that.
And why should we hire you?
Why should you hire me? Because
Yes.
I am a no nonsense person. I'm on time. I speak my mind. Something I don't like, I speak it, and I tell you or whoever, this is what I'm about. I don't like being late for work. If I have to stay later, because I'm just going to give you an example, and this happened 1,000 times with me in the healthcare facility. When I was working, I had a person, I stayed with her until she passed away. And because of her dementia, she was beating on me and everything. Because I loved her and her family loved me. It wasn't, she scratched me and all that stuff. So, but I was the only one who, taking her to lunch, and breakfast and stuff. And she was fine. But she would have her moments. But you have to understand, people don't understand. If you can't deal with, people like, anything. You can have a stroke. My grandmother had a brainstem infarct. And we thought she was going to pass away, let the doctors tell it. But I ended up taking her to Rhode Island with me and my family until she stayed there, until she passed away. And we brought her back here to Philadelphia. So it takes a person that, if this job is not for you, all jobs are not for people, but you have to have a caring heart. And that's really what it's about. I want people to treat me like I treat them. And I think I was raised that way with my family. So I think that's my strongest point in my life. You have to give, and I'm a very comforting person and a very, understanding person. So certain things I just don't let get in my way. I just do what I have to do, and if it's above and beyond, then so be it. That's part of the job.
Great. What do you consider to be your biggest weakness?
My biggest weakness, I think my biggest weakness in my whole life is giving too much of myself and caring for people who I'm involved, and then to get myself hurt, not physically, but emotionally, because you get attached to people, you know. So I think that's my weakness, really. I care too much. I'm very giving and thoughtful. So I think that's it for me.
Okay, tell me about a challenge or a conflict that you faced at work and how you handled it.
Okay. Well, I had a situation where the supervisor on the unit, I've worked other places just besides that because I've been in the medical field since 1971. Um, and I branched off into passports for a little bit, but I was a supervisor there. And one of the employees there, you just can't go out in your car and take a break for 15 minutes because you're tired. So where is she? She's out there in her car. Okay, well, I'm going out there to get her. Just letting y'all know. I said, listen, I knocked on her door, on her window. What are you doing? You have to come back in. You have to come back to work. You can't sleep in your car because you're tired. So when she came back in, I took it to the big boss over me. This is not acceptable. So they wrote her up and she got suspended for 3 days. And that was fine because what you did was not, you shouldn't have done that. And if you're tired, you know what I mean? You could have took your lunch break and your break at the same time. It took 45 minutes or an hour. But when you leave the premises like that, you know, that's not good. Mm-mm. You have to be accountable for your actions and whatever you do.
And where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, in 5 years, I'll be in my 70s. Being peaceful, humble, and just doing what the Lord let me do at 72. Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Never, I'm not promised tomorrow. None of us are. So you have to make the best of every day. And that's what I try and do. So now you getting my space together here in my home. So when I go to work and come home, I don't have to deal with all this stuff. I'm just eliminating everything. I don't need it. So that's me.
Great. And why are you leaving your current job?
I left my current job because it was a temporary job and the assignment ended.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking for in this new position?
I am just looking to make, you know what? Truthfully, I'm here to make myself happy. When I make somebody else happy, that's a joy for me. And I think everybody needs that little bit of happiness in their lives. You just have to be an understanding person because I'm very humble and I've been blessed. I have a lot to be thankful for. So if this is my gift, I know that I can't work in the office all the time. That's not me. And I'm a freelance writer. So I'm writing my second book. And that's what gives me joy, helping others. Everybody doesn't have that gift. Mm-mm. Everybody doesn't have. Everybody can't do this job. They can't.
What type of work environment do you prefer?
Well, it doesn't really matter, to tell you the truth. If the person is in, say, a nursing home, that's one thing. My thing is that I really can't lift much because I have like a 5-pound limit because I have arthritis. So that's one of my things. I just have certain limitations. That's what I would say. But as far as it depends on what the job entails. So it would be hard to say, okay, until you tell me what the job is. If it's somebody who's homebound and I have to go to their home here, because I want to stay in Newcastle. So I told Mr. Casey that, and I think I told you that too when I talked to you. Only because of my car. My car is reliable, but I don't know anything about Newark or Bear. Wilmington, right here in Newcastle, that's fine for me.
Okay. What are your greatest professional strengths?
Professionally?
Professional strengths.
I think my professional strength is that I'm good at everything I put my hands on. I finished the task. That's my greatest strength professionally. Mm-hmm. I think that's my greatest. You have to be dependable. You have to be accountable. You have to just know what you know. And if you don't know, you need to ask somebody. So professionally, I think that's very important because when I leave my house, when I hang up from you, you don't know what I'm going through in my life. When I go about the front door, nobody knows. Because when you go into your house, people always assume, everything is okay. But when you shut that door, I know plenty of people who cry, because they're going through things. So I have that kind of backup system in my family. I'm very close to all of my family on both sides and friends, and we talk every day, and a lot of them, because of what they do, most of them are professional, people. So, you get what you're going to get, but you have to give too. You just can't take, you can't do that in this life.
All right.
Mhm.
How would your last boss and co-workers best describe you?
How would my last boss?
Yes.
Oh, I think they would describe me as independent, likable, got the job done. I'm very thorough. Um, if I don't understand what I'm doing, I'm going to ask. I'm not going to sit there and act like, you know what? Oh, I know what I'm doing. No, you don't. You may be on a job for a year, 6 months, until you really feel comfortable in what you're doing. So it's, you have to learn. You have to give and take. Mhm.
Great. And how do you deal with pressure and stressful situations?
Oh, how do I take suggestions? Very
How
well.
do you handle pressure and stressful situations?
Oh, pressure. Oh, I'm sorry. Uh, You know what? I think I work kind of best under pressure. I think that's part of my strength too. I work under pressure very well. I don't just buckle because it's getting hard. Even with my home life, there's pressures going on every day, but I just deal with them. That's life. That's life.
Okay. What are your salary requirements?
I don't know. Um, yeah, what's the rate? That would be easier if you tell me.
The job at
Really? No.
Reliable Aid starts at $11 per hour.
Uh-huh. That's fine. I was making that downtown. I mean, that's fine.
Great. So we
Mm-mm.
have come to the end of the interview, and I would like to thank you for taking the time
Oh,
to have this interview with me.
oh yes. Thank you. Uh, I'm thank you so much. It's been a pleasure after all this time. All these things going on. But you know what? See how the Lord is good? I'm cleaning up. I said, you know what? Let me get this phone and charge it up. So I'm getting ready for her, but it's just, getting on it. But okay. Well, thank you. So when will I hear anything from you?
Thank you. So after this interview, I would like to request a favor from you. So I'm going to send you an
Sure.
email with some of
Hmm.
the things that you need, and please click a link on that email, then complete
Okay.
the form so that you can let the director and the entire team know how I treated you.
Oh, most definitely. Send me that link.
Thank you.
Yes.
Have a
So you
great
have,
day.
let me ask you a question before we disconnect. So you have all of my paperwork and everything, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good.
You
Okay.
did
Well, thank
submit
you. Yes, I
everything
did.
that
I
you
submitted everything.
you submit online. We have it. And
Good.
if we miss
Okay.
anything, we just send you an email and then you can resend it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will do. Thank you.
Thank you. Someone from the
It's been
company
my
will be
pleasure.
reaching out to you soon.
Thank you. I'm
Bye.
ready. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Wow. That's wonderful.